The classroom door slammed shut, trapping Mia in a cage of sneers and whispers. She was 28, older than most in her community college night class, her plain sweater and worn sneakers screaming easy target. The trio of bullies Jake, Tara, and Kyle lounged at the back, their laughter slicing through her like a blade. "Hey, simple woman," Jake called, mimicking the nickname they'd branded her with on day one. "Forget how to dress like an adult." The room stifled a chuckle, and Mia's cheeks burned as she hunched over her notebook, praying to disappear. Mia wasn't here for their games. She'd clawed her way back to school after years of scraping by, working double shifts at a diner, to support her younger brother, Ethan, after their parents died. College was her shot at a better life, a promise to Ethan she'd keep no matter what. But every Tuesday and Thursday, Jake's taunts, Tara's sly jabs, and Kyle's mocking gestures chipped away at her resolve. They'd flick paper balls at her head, accidentally spill coffee on her notes, or mimic her quiet answers in exaggerated, nasally tones. The professor, distracted and overworked, barely noticed. Mia endured it, telling herself their cruelty wasn't worth her tears. But inside, her heart ached, each insult piling onto a lifetime of feeling invisible. She hadn't always been this quiet. As a teenager, Mia had been fierce, training in mixed martial arts at a local gym where her coach saw her potential. By 18, she'd earned her black belt, her fists and feet moving with precision and power, but life had a way of grinding her down. After the car accident that took her parents, Mia quit the gym to raise Ethan, trading her G for aprons and her dreams for survival. The fire in her hadn't died, but it smoldered, buried under years of sacrifice. Tonight, the bullying escalated. As Mia packed her bag after class, Tara tripped and shoved her, sending her books sprawling across the floor. Jake snorted, filming it on his phone. "Clumsy much, simple woman." Kyle kicked her textbook under a desk, grinning. The other students shuffled out, avoiding her eyes. Mia knelt, gathering her things, her hands trembling. She wanted to scream, to fight back, but Ethan's face flashed in her mind. She couldn't risk trouble, not when he needed her. Outside, the parking lot was dim, the air heavy with late autumn chill. Mia hurried to her beat-up sedan, her breath visible in the cold. Footsteps crunched behind her. She turned to see Jake, Tara, and Kyle trailing her, their faces lit by the glow of Jake's phone. "What's the rush, Mia?" Tara purred, her voice dripping with malice. "No friends to meet up with." Kyle laughed, stepping closer. Mia's pulse raced. She gripped her keys, her knuckles whitening. "Leave me alone," she said, her voice low but steady. Jake smirked, towering over her. "Or what? Gotta cry to the professor." He shoved her shoulder, not hard, but enough to make her stumble. Something snapped inside Mia. Her fear didn't vanish, but it sharpened into focus. Years of training flooded back her stance, her breathing. The calm before a spar. She straightened, meeting Jake's eyes. "Don't touch me again," she warned. Tara laughed, stepping forward. "Oh, please, what's simple woman gonna do? Run home and knit?" She reached out, aiming to flick Mia's hair. In a flash, Mia caught Tara's wrist, twisting it just enough to make her gasp. Tara yanked free, her face twisting with rage. "You're dead," she hissed. Jake lunged, his fist swinging clumsily. Mia sidestepped, her body moving on instinct, and swept his leg, sending him crashing to the asphalt. Kyle froze, his bravado evaporating. Mia stood tall, her breath steady, her eyes blazing. "Walk away," she said, her voice like steel. They didn't. Jake scrambled up, red-faced, and charged. Mia ducked his wild punch, grabbing his arm and flipping him over her shoulder in a textbook judo throw. He hit the ground hard, groaning. Tara screamed, rushing at Mia with her nails aimed at her face. Mia blocked, redirecting Tara's momentum to send her stumbling into Kyle. The three bullies stared, stunned, as Mia settled into a fighter's stance, her fists loose, but ready. "I said, walk away." Kyle grabbed Jake, hauling him up. Tara backed off, her eyes wide with fear. "Freak," she spat, but her voice shook. They retreated, muttering curses, their confidence shattered. Mia watched until they vanished into the shadows, her heart pounding. She slid into her car, locking the doors, and gripped the steering wheel. Adrenaline surged through her, but so did shame. Had she gone too far? Would they report her? The thought of losing her chance at school, of failing Ethan, made her chest tighten. The next class, Mia braced for retaliation. She'd barely slept, replaying the fight, wondering if security would escort her out. But Jake, Tara, and Kyle weren't there. The professor droned on, oblivious, while classmates stole glances at Mia, whispering. By the end of the week, rumors swirled. Someone had seen the fight, or part of it, and the story spread. The quiet woman in the back had taken down 3 bullies like a superhero. Mia hated the attention. She just wanted to learn, to move forward. But the whispers followed her, some odd, others wary. A week later, Ethan noticed her tension. At 16, he was sharp, his lanky frame sprawled across their tiny apartment's couch. "What's wrong, Mia?" he asked, pausing his video game. She hesitated, then told him everything: the bullying, the fight, her fear of consequences. Ethan's eyes widened. "You're a badass," he said, grinning. "Why didn't you tell me you were, like, a ninja?" Mia laughed, the sound rusty but real. "I'm not a ninja, I just didn't want to hurt anyone." Ethan's smile faded. "They hurt you, though, all semester. You stood up for yourself. That's what Mom and Dad would have wanted." His words hit her hard. She'd spent years protecting him, but he saw her strength, even when she doubted it. That night, Mia dug out her old black belt from a box under her bed. She ran her fingers over the worn fabric, remembering the girl who'd earned it. Maybe that girl wasn't gone. At school, the dynamic shifted. Jake, Tara, and Kyle returned, but they avoided Mia, their smirks replaced by sullen glares. Other students started talking to her, asking about her notes or offering shy smiles. One, a shy guy named Sam, lingered after class. "I saw what happened," he admitted, "in the parking lot. I should have helped." "I'm sorry," Mia shook her head. "It's okay, I handled it." Sam hesitated. "You're kind of amazing, you know that." She blushed, unused to compliments, and mumbled a thanks, but the victory felt hollow. Mia knew fighting wasn't the answer. She'd reacted out of instinct, not choice, and the risk of escalation gnawed at her. What if Jake had a knife? What if they'd ganged up on her? She confided in her old MMA coach, Carla, who still ran the gym. Over coffee, Carla listened, her lined face softening. "You didn't start that fight, Mia," she said. "But you finished it. That's who you are. The question is, what do you do now?" Mia thought about it for days. She didn't want to be the tough girl or the simple woman. She wanted to be herself, strong, but kind. Fierce, but fair. She started training again, slipping into the gym. After work, the familiar ache of muscles, the rhythm of punches, grounded her. Carla pushed her, reminding her of her potential. "You're not just fighting for you," Carla said. "You're fighting for Ethan, for every kid who feels invisible." Inspired, Mia took a risk. She approached the college's student council, proposing a self-defense workshop for women. She expected rejection, but the council, aware of the parking lot rumors, agreed. Mia partnered with Carla to teach basic techniques: escapes, blocks, awareness. The first session drew a small crowd, including some classmates. Sam showed up, clapping when Mia demonstrated a wrist lock. Even Tara lingered at the back, watching silently. Mia didn't call her out, she just taught, her voice steady, her movements precise. The workshops grew. Women shared stories of harassment, of feeling powerless. Mia listened, realizing her pain wasn't unique. She wasn't alone. One night, after a session, Tara approached her, arms crossed. "I'm not apologizing," she said, her voice tight. "But that was cool, what you're doing." "It wasn't much, but it was something," Mia nodded. "Thanks for coming." By semester's end, Mia wasn't invisible anymore. She'd earned A's in her classes, her confidence growing with each lecture she didn't shrink from. Ethan bragged about her to his friends, calling her the coolest sister ever. The bullies left her alone, their power deflated. Jake even muttered a grudging "nice job" when Mia presented a project in class. It wasn't friendship, but it was peace. One evening, as Mia locked up the gym after a workshop, Carla handed her a flyer. It was for a local MMA tournament, open to black belts. "You're ready," Carla said. Mia hesitated. She hadn't competed in years. But Ethan's words echoed. Mom and Dad would have wanted this. She signed up. The tournament was small, but intense. The crowd roaring as fighters clashed. Mia's first match was nerve-wracking. Her opponent a lean woman with sharp kicks. Mia lost, but she fought hard, earning a nod of respect. In the stands, Ethan cheered, Sam, and some classmates beside him. Mia grinned, sweat-soaked and alive. Win or lose, she'd reclaimed something her fire. Her fight died as she walked off the mat. A young girl, maybe 12, tugged her sleeve. "Are you the one who teaches self-defense?" she asked, eyes wide. "I want to be like you." Mia knelt, her throat tight. "You already are," she said. "Just keep going." That night, driving home with Ethan singing off-key to the radio, Mia felt whole. She'd faced her bullies, her fears, herself. The world hadn't changed, cruelty still lurked, and her bills still piled up. But she had changed. She was Mia. Black belt, sister, survivor. And no one could take that away. The story spread beyond the college, whispered in gyms and classrooms, the quiet woman who'd stood tall, whose fists spoke when words failed. It wasn't about revenge, it was about resilience, about finding strength in sacrifice. Mia's message lingered, simple but powerful: you are enough. Fight for it, always.